What an event we had last Saturday night, fans. Welcome to Impact Television. The last 8 years were great. The next 8 years, well, fans, the future, it begins now. I'm Big DA, joined by two very special guests tonight. They were victorious. They were winners last Saturday night. Welcome in Jermaine Johnson and, wait for it, the return of Johnny Z.
Oh, thank you, Big DA. I've now had my return to the Impact Arena and my return to Impact Television. It was an honor to be there Saturday night, and it's an honor to be here tonight with you, Big DA. So thank you for having me in. Jermaine, thank you for having me on your team Saturday night.
No problem, man. I never doubted it for a second.
How's it feel to be victorious?
It feels real good. It also feels real great to be back on Impact Television. It's been a while, you know what I'm saying? So DA, man, how you been? You've been holding down without us over there.
It is great to have you two here, fans. You know the deal on Impact Television. We're not going to show you what happened. You should have been here. If you missed it, catch the replay on GFL.TV, because I guarantee you some great matches. But Johnny Z, I got to ask you first. You know, everyone, let's call it what it is. The only person really that didn't think you were going to be here, Brandon Bishop and Aaron Neal. So how does it feel to make your return, to be back, to be here, to set things straight, to right the wrongs, to take care of business?
DA, it feels like how it always feels to be here in IZW. It feels great.
What is she talking about?
You know, I'm fishing to get to that, Jermaine. I was going to say, being back in charge here at IZW means a lot of things, DA. It means responsibility. It means making decisions. It means, as you said, righting wrongs. And one of the wrongs I plan on righting as soon as possible is all the mic time that this hag right here gets. I mean, do you not get tired of hearing her with her cheap accent?
She is the new queen of IZW.
Well, one of the low points of Coronation, if there was one. Man, I never thought in a million years that I'd be like, I miss Bobby. But I truly miss Bobby Starr when she comes out. Because Bobby Starr, I didn't know how much he enhanced her, made her look good.
You know, let's talk about Venus. Let's talk about our opponents Saturday night. Her boyfriend, if you will. Who is he now? Is it the brass?
The Bronze Bull, the heavyweight champion of IZW.
Oh, the Bronze Bull. That's what we're calling him. Well, the Bronze Bull, Aaron Neal. I guess when he dyed his hair blonde, champ, as I'll call you, Jermaine, because I think we all know you should be the heavyweight champion of the world.
Man, it feels great to say that back on Impact Television again. Shut up, Venus, I'm talking.
Well, you never should have left. What I'd like to know, DA, is I haven't been here for about 6 months now. I've had to sit at home. I've had to pull up IZW Live every Saturday night on GFL.TV. I've had to run it through the old Roku, and I've had to watch, and I've had to keep up to date while I was rehabbing the knee. And tell me, DA, I mean, I've watched it, but in your opinion, what in the world happened here at IZW, here at Impact Zone Wrestling while I was gone? I mean, I know Venus and Aaron ended up with blonde hair, but did that do more than just bleach their hair? Did it bleach their brain?
Well, certainly their own little world led by Commissioner Brandon Bishop, the new Impact Inc., this structure, this order that Brandon Bishop tried to bring to IZW, and it's certainly been interesting to say the least these past several months. But I got a feeling things are going to change around here.
Things technically changed at Coronation. Everyone doubted because I walked in the building all by myself. They doubted all night that Johnny Z wasn't going to be there. But when the clock struck right, Johnny Z came out to one of the hugest ovations I've ever heard. How'd you feel about that, my man?
As I said earlier, Jermaine, great. It was spectacular to come out to that ovation from the fans here at the Impact Arena. I told them that night. The IZW fans, DA, Jermaine, in my opinion, are the greatest fans I've ever had the honor of wrestling in front of ever performing in front of. And, you know, while I've got a chance, let me point out, Big DA, July 21st, IZW's next Big Eye pay-per-view. We're already building towards it. It's Evolution, July 21st, 2012. And, you know, that name, as we sit here and we watch, this happened a couple of weeks ago, and it was one of the funniest things I had seen on IZW Live in quite a while. But this young lady here, myself, Jermaine, other ones, there are going to be so many things that are going to need to evolve by Evolution and finish evolving at Evolution, because you are right. Things are going to change here in IZW, and it just seems so appropriate that Evolution is our next Big Eye pay-per-view.
I'm not going to lie, Johnny Z, Jermaine Johnson, I got a little bit of goosebumps listening to that. I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for what's going to happen. And, you know, a big part of that future, as we watch Erica right now in this arm wrestling challenge with Venus, a big part of that future is Double D.
Oh, definitely. Double D, the 2012 Impact Player of the Year in one of the greatest ladder matches that I've seen. You know, got the privilege to watch. Usually I'm in them, so it was cool to sit back and enjoy not having to feel the pain and the punishment that endured in a ladder matchup. But in the end, Double D proved that you have to respect the force.
You know, you do have to respect the force. Double D has compared himself to Captain Kirk on several occasions, and whether we all agree on whether or not he truly understands what he's talking about, I do think that Double D understands that Captain Kirk is probably the greatest Star Trek captain of all time. And I believe that that's what Double D has his sights set on. For 2 years now, we have watched that young man climb the ladder of IZW. We have watched him be within a hair of going on a long reign as IZW Heavyweight Champion of the World, champ. And you know, we watched his girlfriend, Erica, we watched her climb the ladder. That is what is exciting about the future of IZW. Stars, superstars like Double D, superstars like Erica, and the future that they hold, along with you, Jermaine, and just everything, Randy Price, all the things that are going on here at IZW. I mean, I'm just sorry that we only have 30 minutes to talk about it all.
Well, that's why you got to check out the replay, the on-demand replay, GFL.TV. Watch this great event, and I'm sure that Wesley Bradfield could probably tell me, you know, the DVD will be available soon, and Blu-ray. Check out, wow, what a night. Just an absolute great night. You had the tag team titles, the old school suckers, Coach Gary Toole, that old school mentality, you know, toughing it out. And I do believe in our main event here tonight on this Impact Television, where we're not going to show you what happened. You should have been here. We're showing you some classics here from the Impact Arena. Our main event tonight is kind of a little preview of that tag team match. Damon Windsor taking on Randy Price. And, you know, Damon Windsor, he came into the matchup. He wasn't really prepared to be in a tag team match. And Nemesis gave him all they had. But old school suckers, man. Randy Price, as you said, a great future. Gary Toole leading the way. You know, what a great matchup those two had. And a lot of heart showed by the old veteran, the Hall of Famer, Gary Toole.
You know, the old school suckers, DA, they've been the tag team champions for a little while now, and I don't see anyone in the foreseeable future taking those championships away from them. Sometimes in a new school environment, it takes a little old school mentality to help you truly come out of your shell and discover who you are. Yeah, and that seems to be what happened with Randy Price. It seems that Gary Toole has brought him out of his shell. You know what, that was just quite hilarious. I wish we could rewind and see that again. That's the best I've seen Venus look in weeks, DA.
Definitely. Venus, go ahead, DA. Go ahead.
Well, fans, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to show you that matchup I was talking about, and we're going to talk more about Evolution and more about Coronation and more with my special guest. Stick around.
Can't get enough IZW? Then take it home with you by visiting our merchandise stand and picking up your copy of the latest IZW DVD or for your new IZW t-shirt. And don't forget the snack down for concessions. Feed the impact. Feel the impact. IZW. Impacting Tattoo Studio, 1008 South 11th in Lawton. With the finest artists in Texoma, Impacting can handle any highly detailed custom or freehand artistry. Body modification also available. Dermals, corsets, even exotic piercings. Open daily, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Call 699-7530 and make an appointment. Walk-ins are always welcome. Impacting Tattoo Studio, 1008 South 11th in Lawton. There's no experience like IZW Live, not just for the high-flying, hard-hitting action every Saturday night. The Impact Arena records live for television tapings and broadcasts live around the world. Plus, free giveaways every week. There's nothing like the live IZW experience. You never know what might happen. So be at the Impact Arena, 1009 Southwest F in Lawton every Saturday night and witness IZW change the wrestling world.
Attacking the big picture. Second rep in the ring. 1, 2, 3. Old school victorious here. Brian Cruz took him to the limit here. Now Venus crawling in the ring. Venus with the pinfall. Oh, no one home. Big leg drop. Double D out of the way. George Jacobs landing in a heat. Double D's your Impact Player of the Year.
I could pick you up in your eyes, but he will.
Katie is snapped. Johnny Z is here! Johnny Z is here! Big move for Aaron Neal. But he has to. Jermaine Johnson. Johnny Z has returned to IZW. What an amazing 8 years it's been. We're going to have at least 20 more.
Every Friday night after Jimmy Kimmel Live, IZW takes over KSWO ABC TV with Impact Television, your #1 source for the latest Impact Zone Wrestling news and upcoming events, with special appearances from your favorite IZW superstars, Impact Classics, and much, much more. With KSWO ABC TV and Impact Television, you can bring IZW straight to your living room every Friday night. Are you tired of the same old birthday party? Well, why not party with your favorite superstar? Have your own personalized entrance and much, much more. For more info, call 580-357-4911 and party like an IZW superstar.
Showing you a couple Impact Classics here tonight, fans. Joined by two very special guests. Victorious in the main event 6 days ago at Coronation, Jermaine Johnson and the natural born leader Johnny Z. And Johnny Z, you know, the fans they've been sending tweets, they've been sending emails, they've been hitting us up on Facebook. They want to know, you know, you're back, you're in charge. Things are going to change around here. What can we expect next from the natural born leader? Where are we going from here?
Well, you know, DA, all I can tell you is when you ask the question, what can we expect of the natural born leader, you can only expect one thing, DA. And that's what I've always done. I'm gonna look at the company, I'm gonna decide what's right and wrong, and I'm gonna make it right how I see fit. If I have to go out and tell them it's right and they do what I tell them, then the situation's settled. If I go out and tell them this is right and they don't want to listen, then maybe I've got to give a big boot in the corner and put somebody's teeth in the back row. But that's how I've always run IZW. I'm not gonna pick favorites. I'm gonna decide what I think's right, and that's the way I'm going to try to make things happen. I think the better question, because I think we always know what to expect from Johnny Z, and I think we all know what I think is right and wrong right now. I guess the better question would be when. Because you see, I was gone for 5 months, and as you said, Brandon Bishop, Aaron Neal, they had a lot of doubt about whether or not I was going to show up May 12th at Coronation. Well, I did, and I guess their next concern needs to be, when will I show up again?
Nah, man, that's how you gonna try to lead the hook? I'm not gonna allow you to lead a hook. You have to spill the beans, Johnny Z. You need to let these people know you plan on being in the Impact Arena tomorrow night. Yeah, I gives the scoops, and if I say Johnny Z's gonna be in the Impact Arena, he's gonna be there. Well, trust, if you don't tell him, I'ma tell him. Don't make me tell him, that means it's 1,000% chance truth. Is that what we doing?
Do you realize you just told them?
You know what? It's been so long since I've been back on Impact Television, you know, I guess I'm letting you know, I'm giving them an exclusive. Remember that, DA?
I remember all about the exclusives.
He remembers the exclusive.
Well, fans, I guess there's the exclusive. I guess Johnny Z is going to be there live tomorrow night in the Impact Arena.
No need to
1009 Southwest F Avenue. Live. Doors open at 6. Bell time is 7. DA, take it away. Tell us about that young man there, that tag team champion.
Randy Price, one half the tag team champions with the coach, Gary Toole. What a gutsy fight. You know, Randy Price is a young superstar here in IZW. He's done a lot in his time. You know, he's multiple-time tag team champion, Impact Division champion. He's the only man to hold both those belts at the same time. Graduate of the Impact Academy, just like Jermaine Johnson. And both of you, you're seasoned veterans. Johnny Z, a little more seasoned than Jermaine. No offense. I mean, I saw the best of the past, present, future of Johnny Z. You know, it spans a long career. So
went back a long way.
No offense, but talk about what we saw. I know you were preparing for your matchup, but last Saturday night, Randy Price, he took a beating in that match because he knew he couldn't bring Coach Gary Toole in the ring. The coach was not 100%. You know, that arm, it was definitely hurt. Nemesis did a great job of destroying that arm, but Randy Price really stepped up and took a lot of the punishment for the coach.
You know, DA, Randy Price, that young gentleman, was in a little group with me back in the day, and we knew back then what everybody is finding out now, and that is that Randy Price is money. He is a talented young man, and there was no quitting him in Impact Inc. He will come to the aid of his brothers, whoever his brothers may be at that time, and we could always count on that whenever we were running with Randy Price. So there's no surprise that he helped Gary Toole, that he kept Gary Toole out like that and protected him Saturday night.
Fans, we got to take one more quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk a lot more about Randy Price and Coronation.
Are you tired of the same old birthday party? Well, why not party with your favorite superstar? Have your own personalized entrance and much, much more. For more info, call 580-357-4911 and party like an IZW superstar. Impacting Tattoo Studio, 1008 South 11th in Lawton. With the finest artists in Texoma, Impacting can handle any highly detailed custom or freehand artistry. Body modification also available. Dermals, corsets, even exotic piercings. Open daily, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Call 699-7530 and make an appointment. Walk-ins are always welcome. Impacting Tattoo Studio, 1008 South 11th in Lawton. There's no experience like IZW Live, not just for the high-flying, hard-hitting action every Saturday night. The Impact Arena records live for television tapings and broadcasts live around the world. Plus, free giveaways every week. There's nothing like the live IZW experience. You never know what might happen. So be at the Impact Arena, 1009 Southwest F in Lawton every Saturday night and witness IZW change the wrestling world.
Cody Jones attacking the big picture. Second ref in the ring. 1, 2, 3. Old school victorious here. Brian Cruz took him to the limit here. Now Venus crawling in the ring. Venus with the pinfall. Oh, no one home. Big leg drop. Double D out of the way. George Jacobs landing in a heat. Double D's your Impact Player of the Year.
I could pick you up in your eye, but he will.
Katie is snapped. Johnny Z is here! Johnny Z is here! Big boot for Aaron Neal. The ES2 from Jermaine Johnson. Johnny Z has returned to IZW. What an amazing 8 years it's been. We're going to have at least 20 more.
Every Friday night after Jimmy Kimmel Live, IZW takes over KSWO ABC TV with Impact Television, your #1 source for the latest Impact Zone Wrestling news and upcoming events, with special appearances from your favorite IZW superstars, Impact Classics, and much, much more. With KSWO ABC TV and Impact Television, you can bring IZW straight to your living room every Friday night. Get enough of IZW? Then take it home with you by visiting our merchandise stand and picking up your copy of the latest IZW DVD or for your new IZW t-shirt. And don't forget the snack down for concessions. Feed the impact. Feel the impact. IZW.
Before the break, fans, we were talking a lot about Randy Price and Johnny Z. We got your take. Jermaine Johnson, I want to get your take on Randy Price and what a gutsy performance he had last Saturday night.
Oh, definitely. Randy brought in a lot of guts, like you said, a lot of heart. He's working harder than he's ever had in his life. He's in the best shape, and he went out there and did what a champion does. He was bred to be a champion in the Impact Academy. Me and him graduated together, and he's out there just showing. He's proving what hard work, dedication is all about. I'm very proud of Randy Price and those tag team belts. He's very proud of that as well.
You know what, Jermaine? You want to talk about hard work? You want to talk about dedication? I can say that all day long about Randy Price. But Saturday night, it was a fight. And he was a fighting champion, Jermaine. And you know who else? You know who else is a fighter here in IZW? Someone else that personifies hard work and dedication, just like that man right there, just like Randy Price, Double D. That man right there is a fighter.
Definitely.
That is a man who has fought and through hard work and dedication clawed and scratched his way up the IZW mountain. And now, after Saturday night, finally, Double D sits as the 2012 Impact Player of the Year. And we all know what that means. That's the fast track to a shot at the IZW Heavyweight Champion, Aaron Neal. And the shot at finally doing what Double D has said he came to IZW to do 2 years ago. His whole mission was to get to the top of this mountain and become the IZW Heavyweight Champion of the world.
Well, certainly, you know, the fans that have checked out the past, present, future of Johnny Z know the story between yourself and Double D. And really, it's got to make you proud because Double D was a big instrument in, turning your career around and letting you find this newfound, you said you found the fun. We talked about, way back, you found the fun again. Double D, he pushed you to the limit. You pushed Double D to the limit. And, he wasn't 100% last Saturday night. Jordan Jacobs, the Impact Division champion, he did the damage beforehand. But Double D gutted it out. He climbed that ladder, retrieved the Impact Player of the Year trophy. And as you said, guaranteed shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. And really, you got to be proud of that.
Double D, or DA, I'm sorry, you got me thinking about D. I like to think that I have a resilience or a will that is unbreakable. I like to think, let's face it, I am a very strong-willed individual. The natural-born leader, Johnny Z, as it was said in the DVD, in the Blu-ray, you either love me or you hate me. And, maybe that's what it was about Double D. I put that young man through more pain and suffering over a year's time than anyone could go through because he did not agree with my vision. He did not agree with what I thought was right and wrong. And he's maybe the first individual that I've ever come across, DA, that was able to withstand the will of Johnny Z, to take it all throughout a year and then come out on top. And that's what broke the wall down for Johnny Z. That's what showed me, reminded me why I got in this business. If there was a young man like that had that will, that determination, just to succeed, just to survive in this company, then, obviously I was on the wrong track.
Well, Jermaine Johnson, let me ask you. You know a lot about the Impact Division champion Jordan Jacobs. You know a lot about Double D. What was your take on that great match we saw? Let's face it, ladder matches. You know a lot about ladder matches. So what was your take on that performance, Double D, digging down deep, and being able to pull out that victory, injured ribs and all?
I expect nothing less from Double D at this point. He's proved that time and time again. And, I was very happy that he went out there and did it despite the odds. But it made me notice Jordan Jacobs, too, because he went out there with a game plan, despite the fact that he injured Double D beforehand, which I don't necessarily agree with. He went out there on a mission. He's on a mission to get to the top. There's a lot of men in IZW on a mission to get to the top, to be where Aaron Neal is at and does not deserve to be. So it's going to be a rat race from here on out. And that's what you have. That's what I looked at in that matchup. Two hungry guys who want to be the next IZW heavyweight champion of the world, DA. The world.
This one time I got to disagree with you, champ. I took notice of Jordan Jacobs a long time ago. I took notice of him being a little scummy slime bag, and I kicked his teeth right into the back row when I threw him out of Impact Inc. I don't know, around 2 years ago, I think, maybe 18 months or so. And that's the only thing I've ever noticed about him. But what I was trying to get at with Double D was just like his entire 2 years here, Saturday night with the rib injury, with everything that Jordan Jacobs and Impact Inc. have been able to put him through, Double D overcame. He broke the will of Impact Inc. for that night. He broke the will of Jordan Jacobs. There's only one man that can be the Impact Player of the Year, and that is Double D. And that means that he gets a guaranteed shot at the heavyweight title. And Mr. Bronze Bull, Brass Bull, Real Deal, Little Girl, whatever you want to call yourself, myself personally, I'm going to make Double D the odds-on favorite right now to be the next heavyweight champion of the world if Aaron Neal can't run away fast enough.
Well, it certainly wasn't a great night for Brandon Bishop's Impact Inc. I'm just going to call it what it is. They weren't successful with the Nemesis kind of Impact Inc. by proxy, I guess, with their association with Sean McHale. Jordan Jacobs, he came up short in the ladder match. The main event, certainly, with the return of the natural-born leader, Johnny Z, not what they had planned. Really wasn't a great night for Brandon Bishop, but certainly a great night for IZW.
It certainly was a great night for Coronation, DA. Jermaine, an honor to be there Saturday night. Fans, tomorrow night, be at the Impact Arena Live. I will be there. Jermaine Johnson will be there. Big DA will be there. And we promise you big things, big surprises. IZW is fresh and new again. Johnny Z is back. Thank you for being here with us on IZW TV. We'll see you then.